I didn't get on any corridor ledge to be talked back over. I was in free fall, and I remember that moment of free fall occurring, that second of free fall, and that instant regret, and the thought that it was too late.
Hearing him say that he had instant regret just really resonated with us and reminded us of how important the work we do at Coastal Horizons is. And it was then and there that we said, at some point, we have to have Kevin Hines come and speak to us.
Are you okay? Is something wrong? Or can I help you? Those were the words that I desperately wanted to hear right before I catapulted myself over the rail.
Our guest, Kevin Hines, plummeted 200 feet but survived.
Today, I travel the globe spreading a message of hope. Why? Because we know it helps people heal.
You're having an important community conversation about suicide, a subject that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but here's how it hits close to home as your district attorney. You know, we have more officers kill themselves each year than die in the line of duty. Every 55 hours in our country, an officer takes their own life. So when we hear this speaker today and understand that Coastal Horizons is the one in the middle of that conversation for our community, that's important to all of us.
And his message of dealing with those issues and overcoming them through this really, really inspiring story is going to connect directly with the folks that we have that are both being served and serving in our community.
There are 20 of these veteran suicides every day. These are the people who put themselves on the line for us, and they're leaving. That means organizations like Coastal Horizons are on their own to come up with the funds to actually treat these individuals.
There is probably someone in every department that we serve that has thought about or talked about or felt that they were in deep despair and that they really didn't have any hope. And that's where Coastal Horizons comes in.
I was right over there. Right over there. I thought I could not have just done that. There's no way I just did that. This is not real. Water's not real. Me going up and down and swallowing salt water, it's not real. I'm not in this water. I did not jump off that bridge. It didn't happen. And that's when I just prayed. God, please save me. I don't want to die. God, please save me. I don't want to die. I made a mistake.
I think his story is a great metaphor for what so many people experience, where they've made choices that they'd like to take back. And the fact is that Coastal Horizons provides an enormous array of services that helps people make new choices and get second chances, and sometimes third, fourth, and fifth chances, and even beyond that. And so that's kind of an exciting part of the story, his story, but it's our story too.
When I think of Coastal Horizons, I think of the Rape Crisis Center and the only 24/7 call center in all of Southeast North Carolina. I think of the amazing drug treatment. I think of the quick response team that when people are getting brought back to life through Narcan shots, they're now navigated to treatment. I think about young people on the run from abusive situations, finding that in the Open House Center. There are many wonderful resources there, and primarily it's the 600 employees. That's the lifeblood of any organization, and there's some wonderful public servants who work there.
Services that we provide are available to kids free of charge, or families experiencing crisis free of charge, and without those donations and grant opportunities, we just wouldn't be able to serve.
If it weren't for us, victims would have to navigate the system on their own. They wouldn't have somebody there with them to kind of walk them through what's going on and go to law enforcement interviews and go to any DA's office interviews or even trial with them.
I could name case after case that I've personally handled, and I've seen this office handle in the last 20 years that I've been associated with Coastal Horizons. And I can tell you that the results that we're getting in this courtroom are far better because they exist. And I can tell you that the people in this community are much better off because of the cases you don't hear about, that they're helping us even stop from ever occurring.
This is a place you can count on, and the people who are here believe in the mission and they deliver on the mission.
listen, it's time to dig deep. And what I'm going to ask you to do is go, if you have a computer, to coastalhorizons.org. And if you have a cell phone, and I know that you do, don't text while you drive, but when you can text, send Coastal Horizons, all one word, to 76278. Thank you.
We are continuing every day to make our community safer and to help individuals get better. And when you hear about someone who is in despair, when you hear about a child who has run away or has been neglected or abused and needs a safe place, a shelter to stay, an individual who's been sexually assaulted, when you hear about someone who wants a second chance and has to go through the justice system for that second chance and they're referred to Coastal Horizons, when you hear about that individual who needs to have substance use treatment or they need to have mental health services, all of that can be provided right here at Coastal Horizons, and your money will be well spent.
Thank you to all of our sponsors for this event, and thank you in particular to WECT for being the live stream host. We appreciate your support of Coastal Horizons.
Because of this, I'm proud to introduce you to our speaker, Kevin Hines.